Alright guys, it's time to go finish Honnet's Chapter 3 once and for all. What's going on everybody? Thanatos Kyra here. Today I'm bringing you another episode of Octopath Traveler. In the last episode we continued on through Honnet's Chapter 3, and in this episode we are finally going to take on her Chapter 3 boss and finish her story off. Well, our party looks to be all good, and our equipment looks to be good as well. Can we learn any new skills before we continue on? Doesn't look like it. So, I think we're ready to head on and trigger the cutscene.
The Herb of Grace. This is all I need.
That didn't sound good. Holy shit, it's the dragon.
A dragon? This place is a dragon's lair? I have heard the legends, and Master's tales too, but to see one in the flesh... I scarce imagined this day would cometh, but cometh it has.
Ah, yes. Did I ever tell thee about the time I went dragon hunting in the Cliftlands?
This seems like an odd time for a flashback, especially considering that that dragon could be mauling Honnet right now as we speak.
4 times now, and the tale getteth longer with each telling.
Ah, looks like Zonta's one for sensationalism, is he?
Is that so? I suppose each time I remember more of the thrilling details, eh?
Either that or you're just making it up.
Master, this world is not big enough for all the giant beasts thou hast huntedest.
Thou believest me not, and yet I really did.
Yeah, whatever you say.
What in the... Stop in this!
Why? Do I smell so foul?
He's quite a
'Tis
playful
not thy
character,
smell.
isn't he?
Oh, art thou blushing? Do I embarrass the... Ah!
Ouch.
Don't ben a fool!
Honnet's incredibly strong.
If thou insistest, but listen in, my girl. Hunters fighteth many kinds of beasts, some so wondrous and astounding thou canst scarce imagine them. When thou art older, thou too will have tales that no one will believeth, but thou must still keep them. Some will haunt thy dreams, some will maketh thee snorten with laughter whenever thou recallst them. But let me tell thee this, Honnet.
What is it, Master?
Even when thy tale is so improbable and fantastic that not one man thinketh it the truth, thou canst tell it to me, and I will believe every word.
That's actually quite wholesome. Alright, looks like we're back in the present now.
Thou shalt hear in this tale, Master, over and again, until thou beggest me to stop, just as thou didst to me.
Alright, looks like it's time for a bit of revenge, I see.
If thou art ready, then so am I.
Alright, let's do this. It's time for a boss fight versus this dragon that Honnet apparently just encountered. It looks like 3 of its 5 weaknesses are blocked off, and it looks like in the beginning of the battle it increased its actions per turn to 2. Now, I'm not quite sure how much damage this thing does, but I am sure of the fact that it has the capability to deal both elemental and physical attack damage, and quite hefty amounts of them to boot. Alright, what should we do? I might have an idea.
No, you don't.
I'm going to actually
My arrow.
defend with everybody,
How about you? I think not.
All right.
so that everybody can move before the dragon does.
All right.
Alright. We might be able to pull this off, but it'll be slightly risky. I'm gonna try abiding with
I'll
Alphen.
save my strength.
Now then.
Abiding with Ulbrich.
What next?
Boosting with Honnet. Second serving kicking in, always nice. And then we can use Armor Corrosive with Therion.
Out of my way.
Alright, we'll be able to get in some hefty damage right off the bat. Let's open with an Eber's Reckoning.
Time to steal the show.
8,000 damage, not half bad. Alright, it's time for an amputation with Alphen. Another 8,000 damage.
Letting my arrow fly and
Honnet can't really do much as of now, so I'm going to use a Shackle Foe while we still can.
The Fire Blade is unbending.
And finally, we can finish off with a Brand's Thunder from
I
Ulbrich.
wreak havoc upon thee.
14,000 damage, and it looks like that dragon is weak to swords too. Dragon Fire. Oh! That hurts like a truck. Alright, let's get mercenaries out here for increased physical defense. Might not help much against something like Dragon Fire, but it's the best we've got. Second serving kicking in is always a pleasure.
Here we go.
Alright, Alpha needs to heal the party tremendously. Let's get a Grapewood Panacea out here. Phew. That should keep us stocked up on HP for now.
Now then.
Alright, is there anything we can do? No, doesn't look like it.
Out of my way.
Let's try breaking this guy again, because I really don't want him getting any moves off on us. Christ.
Letting my arrow
This guy
fly
is
and
just
true.
way too strong for his own good. Alright, what can Honnet do? I guess we can use an Armor Corrosive here.
Making them defenseless.
Here we go.
And then Alphen can mix up a nice boosting concoction. Let's get a Pomegranate
Try this.
Panacea out here.
Here we go.
Alright, we don't have a bide set up, unfortunately, but this is the best we're probably gonna get. An amputation for 5,000 damage, and we also reduce that dragon's physical attack. Alright, so anything Therion can do right now. Can we collect from this thing? We can!
I'll take that.
36,000 leaves!
The battle is
We are truly
joined.
rolling in the dough today.
Fire Blade is unbending. I wreak havoc upon
Let's open with a
thee.
Brand's Thunder again,
Letting the hunt begin.
and then Honnet can finish off with a triple attack.
Come.
Or we can do a double body press. I'll stick with the tried and true. Let's get a Highland Rat King one out here. Ooh, looks like this guy has quite a bit of physical defense. Oh Christ, here it comes! Oh God, that hurts.
All right.
And we are quickly running out of purifying dust here. We're gonna need more quite soon.
Now then.
But now it looks like all the dragon's weaknesses have been revealed.
Try this.
What next?
Alright, I was hoping for second serving to
Letting my
kick in.
arrow fly and true. Come.
Looks like everybody's gonna have to boost this time.
The battle is truly joined. My turn.
Alright, and Therion can finish off with a sword attack.
Try this.
Here we
Fantastic. Alright, it looks like we'll be fine on BP for the most part next turn. Is there anything I'd want to do? You know what, this might be risky, but I'll try it. Can I actually do it though? No, I don't think it'll be enough. Because the only thing that would give Honnet enough BP next turn would be if I had a Purifying Seed. And I don't have that. I could use an Energizing Pomegranate L, but those are in short supply, so I don't really want to use them. Beyond that, I guess there's nothing else I can do except abide with
I'll
Alphen.
save my strength.
Victory shall be mine.
Oh man, we are losing more and more debuffs each time. This Brand's Thunder is barely going to do any damage, but beggars can't be choosers after all. 6,000 damage, and it looks like we've already taken it out.
With each battle,
Christ, that
I
was
grow stronger.
insanely fast. Thankfully, we managed to get a collect in before we took it out. And now Therion and Alphen are both level 42, and we get a refreshing gem for our troubles.
Is it so?
Is it done? Have I slain a dragon? This must be the Herb of Grace. Now to leave this forest and... Oh, what now, Lind? Don't tell me there's something else that we need to fight.
Come in, Linda.
It's all right, Lind. The monsters are gathering here. The dragon that ruled this forest hath been slain.
Not yet.
They will not attack us. Not for a while yet. Come in, Lind. Susanna will have been awaiting word from us. Now that I have the herb, I can finally face Red Eye. And save Master from that dreadful curse. Hopefully we don't have to make the trek back
Found
ourselves.
the herb, did you?
Oh, looks like the voice acting's back. That's one gripe I have about this game, is that the voice acting is very inconsistent. In some cutscenes where you do expect voice acting, there's none at all. And then suddenly it comes back for no particular reason.
Thou waited for me? Susanna only asked thee to show in us the way in.
I have my own mind. A man can tarry where he likes, can't he?
Of course he can.
Anyway, I'm done tarrying. Suppose I'll go on ahead.
I most appreciate your concern.
Well, I just...
I wonder what's gotten into him. And I also wonder how long we were in that forest. Because, like, we killed that dragon
What a
in
strange
about
man.
2 seconds. Relatively speaking, of course. But yes, indeed, he's quite a strange man. Ooh, we've got some travel banter.
Ho ho!
So, a dragon. As a boy, I heard many a tale of dragons and the valiant knights who vanquished them. And yet I thought the age of dragons was long past. Never did I imagine I would set eyes upon such a beast. Master saith he once hunted a dragon, if only the once. Now that is a tale I would very much like to hear, if that is thy wish. But knowest thou that Master's story is growing ever more fanciful with every telling? He suddenly recalleth that the dragon can speak, or weaveth dreadful magic. Well, I'm not sure about the dragon being able to speak, but the dragon we face sure as hell had some dreadful magic on it. Christ, that dragon fire would have taken out my entire party in 2 hits. Or burneth a company of knights with one breath, or smasheth castle walls with a single fell blow. Again, burning a company of knights? That dragon that we just faced literally almost did that to us. Yet still, he doth bear scars on his back from the dragon's claws. They at least aren't true, if little else of his tale is. I see, and you and he have accomplished the same mighty deed. Yes, though he hath many faults, I cannot deny he is a great hunter. But now, it is as if I have stepped out of his long shadow, to stand in alone in the sun. You have lofty goals, I can see that, but you are one step closer to them now. That was very interesting travel banter. I'm surprised not many of our other party members are commenting about the dragon. Not even Olberic was as incredulous as I thought he'd be.
Oh?
Really? And now the voice acting's gone again? There she is. Found the herb of grace, did you, child?
I'll do what I can.
Here, give it to me. It needs to brew for a spell before it'll work right.
Thou hast my thanks.
And then?
Wow. Okay, I thought the voice actor was gonna come back, but I guess it didn't. So, how did it feel to slay your first dragon? Thou knewest it was there? Listen, dear. If you couldn't slay that dragon, you wouldn't have a cinder's hope in a blizzard of surviving an encounter with Red Eye.
You are...
Thou art not a woman to coatheth her words in sugar, art thou? Never seen much point in it, my dear. Now, why don't you tell me about that dragon while we wait for the herb to brew? As thou wishest.
Indeed.
Well, I never. So tell me, dear, how does it feel to tell the tale?
Well,
I was never much for talking. It was Master who taught me how to weave stories. Oh, that lad was a tongue-tied fool in his youth as well. This and that. He could scarcely put two words together. Surely he was not that bad.
Indeed.
Trust me, dear. What grain of eloquence he now possesses was drummed into him by yours truly. I'd think twice before you tell him your tale. He might be jealous to hear you speak so beautifully.
well, well.
'Tis true that he doth not enjoy being shown up in anything. Here you go. This should do the trick. You be sure to quaff it down in one gulp the moment Red Eye's foul curse strikes you.
Thou hast my thanks.
Oh dear.
Too soon for that. You can thank me once Xantar is back to his old self again.
Understood.
And we get 10 Herb of Grace potions. And we have more travel banter.
Shucks!
Wow. Shucks. What is it, Elfin? Oh, nothing. Just admiring the compounded in this potion. The old lady knows how to brew 'em, that's for sure. How dost thou judge in a medicine to be good or bad? Oh, that's easy. It's right here. Why art thou poking me in the chest? Because I'm making a point. The answer's in here. Get it? A good medicine has heart and soul. The heart and soul, the one that made it. And the old lady has oodles of both. I see. Thou couldst have just said that, without the poking. Looks like there's nothing left for us to do except head out of town. Does look like the party could use a bit of patching up though, so I'll take a break in the inn for now. And we have 145,000 leaves to our name. That's insane.
You are on it?
Who are you?
I am. And thou one of the Knights Ardent.
I see. But why are you here?
At your service. I bear word from Lady Eliza. It is about the fiend, Red Eye.
Interesting.
She hath found it?
Yes, near the desert city of Marceline. She awaits you there.
That's very interesting, and I also want to know how you guys managed to track down this beast across an entire freaking continent.
Then that is where I will go. Thank thee.
If you will excuse me, milady.
Oh, look, it's you two.
Taking your leave so soon?
Yes, it is time. I apologize for any burden I may have caused thee.
My pleasure, dear. There's always room under this roof for my favorite granddaughter. The burden of family is no burden at all.
Thank thee.
That's quite touching.
Looking after her, Alaic.
You don't have to tell me. That is my duty, and it will be done.
Indeed.
Hannah, dear, for all your cleverness, you are as naive as a babe in the woods. You're a pretty girl. Not the beauty I was in my younger days.
Oh, really? Also, wait, what are you insinuating?
But I will hold you up with my prattle no longer. Go in safety, my dear.
Thank thee. When the hunt is done, I shall return, and Master with me.
I'll hold you to that, Honnet. And so does Honnet leave Still Snow behind her. Her quest has now become a hunt. To save her master, she must slay the beast they call Red-Eye. With this knowledge, she strides toward her next destination, the city of Marceline, surrounded by the sand of the Sunlands. I'll have to head back in. I will take a save, because unfortunately that is all the time I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Octopath Traveler, and I hope you'll stay tuned for the next one, when we will start tackling everybody's Chapter 4. I think first off we might hit Therion's Chapter 4 in Northreach, since it's the closest to where we are now. But after that, we can go tackle Alphen, then Ulbrich, and then Honet's, all the way down here in the Sunlands. So I think that's what we're going to do. But regardless, until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and take care.